like to go ahead and get started, please? You can grab your seats. Okay, everybody, welcome to 1 Million Cups El Paso. Thank you for coming out on such a chilly day. I actually got a couple of texts. It's too cold. I'm not gonna make it. I was like, are you serious? That's El Paso. That's El Paso for you. So we'd like to start off with introducing our organizers. We have Serena Harper. Esther Lopez.
Morning, everyone. Good morning.
Eric Bischoff.
Just
And Art Calazas, who went to go hide over there behind by the computer. I'm Ernesto Gamboa, and in the back we have Nancy Lowry. And again, thank you for coming out. Let me see a show of hands, please. Who's here for the first time? Any first timers? A couple first timers, a couple liars. We appreciate it though. As long as you come out, that's fine. Or it's always like the first time, right? It's always. What is 1 Million Cups? It was established by the Kauffman Foundation for the purpose of entrepreneurial networking, showcasing, and education. And by being here today, you're part of over 140 communities, probably down close to 150, can't really keep up, communities that are doing this. 150 communities every Wednesday have 2 entrepreneurs come out and tell their stories, their trials, their tribulations, how they got started in business, what are they currently doing to grow, and how can the community help them. And after their presentation, then you all get to ask them questions, Q&A for 15 minutes, and that's a real value add for these entrepreneurs. They all tell us we get such great feedback, insight, so don't be afraid to get in the weeds with them, ask them some tough questions, challenge their assumptions, give them great ideas, and that's what it's all about. I'd like to do a shout out to our sponsors. The very delicious coffee is by 210 Coffee Roasters. They do have 3 locations around town, so please do go and support them. Our venue sponsor where we are today is the Hub of Human Innovation. What is the Hub? We are a business and technology incubator. We are supported primarily by the City of El Paso and other private donors and affiliated with UTEP for the purpose of helping new companies that have new products, new technologies come to market, and also to grow those companies. So if you or somebody you know are working on one of those certain types of projects, come see us. We can help. I'm obviously biased, but we are very, very affordable. Our affiliate membership is only $100 a month, and you get access to the facility on a co-working basis, access to all our programs, $100 a month. So let us know if we can help with anything. Please do download the mobile app for 1 Million Cups. Please check in. I sometimes forget. I tell everybody to check in, and I forget because I'm working the event. But please do download the app, check in. The app also has a feature where you can provide feedback to our presenters, and please utilize that. Please also follow us and join the community, 1millioncups.org/El Paso, and also the Hub on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram now, right? And I forgot to introduce Nicole, our super duper intern in here. She's actually worth 10, folks. So yes, please do that. Lastly, the parking announcement. If you parked in front of the facility in the angled parking, you need to be backed in, or the City of El Paso will come give you a love note. Also, if you're in the half closest to Durango side, you only have an hour, so please watch that. If you're on the other half closest to the Paisano curve, you should be fine. And please do sign in. If you didn't sign in on the way in, please sign in before you leave. I'll remind you again during our announcements. That's a lot of stuff. Anyways, with that, I'll bring up our first presenter, SendOutCards.
Thank you.
To the right, forward.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I'm Mary Warren. I'm with SendOutCards. I'm just going to go. She's working on it. Okay. So what SendOutCards is a mobile app, or you can use it on your computer too. If you prefer on the computer, there's a few more features that you can use to customize the cards. So it's a mobile app that you can send real greeting cards and gifts in the mail. Basically what we're trying to do with SendOutCards is take a brick and mortar business of greeting cards and gifts and put it online, much like Netflix did for movies and Amazon has done for shopping, that kind of thing. Basically all you do is very simple. You choose a card, you personalize it, and we send it for you. You don't have to do any of the licking of the envelope, the stuffing, the stamping. It's all done for you, right to someone's mailbox. So in 2003, Cody Bateman started SendOutCards. It's actually based in Utah. That's where our international headquarters is at, in Salt Lake City. We are a member of the Direct Selling Association, so I'm basically just a distributor for SendOutCards. Cody Bateman's mission for SendOutCards was to just sort of help people act on their promptings very quickly, very easily, and send that love and appreciation out into the world, because if you send that out, you do get it back. Again, like Amazon has done, Netflix and iTunes, it's basically putting that industry in an online form, and that's exactly what SendOutCards can do. It's one of the best, it is the best relationship building program in the world. Over 140 million greeting cards and 5 million gifts have been sent over the past 15 years that SendOutCards has been around. It's only been the last 3 years that we've had the app, so it's made it even easier for people to do, because these days everybody has their phone with them almost all the time. They're always taking pictures. So the great thing about SendOutCards is because you can personalize it with those pictures. So whether you're an Android user or an iPhone user, it works on both. It's a little bit different how the app looks, of course, on each platform, and then again, it looks a little different on the computer.
Point up.
Up here?
That's, and it won't do the computer yet?
Is it going to go forward on the computer?
There you
There
go.
we go.
So it's stuck.
Oh, now we gotta go to So this is what we call our first impressions kit. So one of the things that SendOutCards is trying to do right now is we're trying to really reach out to business owners and get them using the system, because it is the best appreciation system out there. So we have the black satin cards, the signature, and then the white pearl cards. And these are basically just cards that come kind of like you see here, they're pre-made. You can customize them in the inside still as well. But it just makes it a little bit easier for the business owner to get out there and start appreciating their clients, appreciating people that they've met, letting them know, hey, I really liked that meeting that we had, and now I want to meet again, or something like that. It's a way to reach out without saying, hey, I want your business, right? Because not everybody wants to be sold all the time. They want to know that you care about them. So this is one way that SendOutCards makes it very easy to do that, and relatively inexpensively too. So what I'm going to do now is show you how to send a card. I actually took a picture a little bit ago with Tina Dwyer, who actually, I'm going to show you here some samples who, she took our family photos and I put them on some Christmas cards. So all you do is you tap the app. You want it, for this one I'm going to do a photo card. And we took the picture, so you can select the orientation of the card that you want. I'm sorry I can't do it on here right now. So you can select a 2-panel card, a 3-panel card, a big card which is like 8.5 by 11 size, or you can do a postcard as well. So I just say create up here, and it says put your photo here. I'm going to select where I took the photo from. And on this you can also take pictures from Facebook, Instagram, wherever you have a photo that you see that you really like, you want to put out there. Just make sure that you have permission, the rights to do it. And if you don't, ask the person that does have the rights to do it, because if SendOutCards does realize that you're using images that you don't have permission for, they will either not print the card or they'll contact you and say, hey, you need to knock that out. So here we are on the card. On the inside left and the inside right, I can customize both of those pages. So really quickly, I'm just going to write, great seeing you at 1 million cards. And you can also, if you're one of those people that's really good at doing the voice texting, you can do that too. So if you're just really on the go all the time, don't have time to type, we'll just voice text it. I'm not very good at that yet. And then I have my custom signatures in here, which include my family signatures. So I have my daughters, they did their signatures, my husband, so I can pick any of those that I want to put on the card. Click the check mark there, and then I'm just going to hit send. Oh, let me go back really quickly. So on this particular card, I have a custom branding package. So on the back of the card, I put my own information, and then I have my family picture, which again, Tina did for us. That's just how I brand my cards. You can do them, like I said, completely 100% customizable from front to back on the card. So on here, I just select the contact because because I've already sent her a card before. So really simply put in her name here. There it is. Check mark. And then if I wanted to, I could add a gift here. You know what? Tina, because I like you, I'm going to send you some brownies right now.
Yes.
So you just scroll through here, there's hundreds of gifts to choose from. Everything from necklaces to brownies, cookies, all of it. So you just add to the cart, and hit submit, and just like that, she's going to get a card and brownies in about 4 days. Yay! So that's how simple it is to use the cards, to use the system, especially on your phone. I think it's kind of going to go through like a little bit of how to do the campaign cards here. And sometimes when I say campaign cards, people are like, what are you talking about? So basically a campaign is where you can send multiple cards to the same person, but it's not like the same card over and over. It's different cards in the campaign, like a thank you card, a birthday card, a Christmas card. And the system is set up that once you set that up, you don't even have to worry about it anymore. So this right here is talking about how much it costs for the campaign, for this particular campaign card. So this card was 5 points, and it's 47 cents to send it. So how the points work is you purchase the points ahead of time. So basically you pay for your cards first, and then as you send them, it just takes it from that account that you have the points and the expense in. So we have, I think I'm going to get here. So this is what that particular finished card would look like from front to back. And again, you can customize the inside of it completely. On the campaign cards, you can't change the front of the cards, but you can change the inside. So this is what our preferred monthly package is, $39 a month, plus you have to have the expense in there, which makes it about $52 if you have enough expense to cover all the 100 points. So you get 100 points for that 1 month, but you can turn the month on and off whenever you want. So let's say this month you paid $39, you have the 100 points, you only sent 1 card, then you still have all those other points to use. You have those points for 18 months, even when you're not paying for each month. And then as you use those points, you can add more points at the 39 cents per point. But if you do one at a time, it's about $2 a card instead of $1.66 per card. And that's for the 2-panel cards. The postcards are only about 70 cents to send, and there's different cards. So really quickly, I just want to show you the actual product. So this is a postcard that I sent for our Christmas cards to some of the people that we had. That's again with picture Tina took. Another Christmas card that I made with a few more of the pictures that we did, with my custom branding on the back. And then this one, there's a real estate card, like a real estate agent would use. You can customize the card for your clients as well. So you can, of course, look at these a little bit closer if you'd like to, and I can pass them around while we're doing the Q&A.
Where do they get printed?
They get printed in Utah at the SendOutCards headquarters. That's where they do print the cards. I'll just get through this. So these are some bundle packages you can get as a business that help you save some money. And of course, there is the business side of it where you can become a distributor for just the $50, and then each time that you have someone else using the cards, you get paid each time they send out the cards. So that's all I have for my presentation. If you'd like to ask any questions. Yes?
Can you create a product like you've just shown us and just take orders to repeat that each month, or you know?
Absolutely. You can send the same card over and over if you like. You can send different cards. You can send the same card but customize it for each person. So let's say you have a list of 100 clients that you want to send a card to. Well, you can still customize it with their name. All you do is set it up as a campaign card, and each time it sends that card out, it looks at the system looks at the contact that it's sending it to and automatically puts their name in there, as long as it's well.
So you have an option, if I could go in there to your system and say, resend that card that I sent last November, whatever.
Yes.
I missed it. Is it by text or is it by email that you send the SendOut cards?
The cards are actually real greeting cards that they send in the mail, so it's not an e-card.
Physical. Oh,
Right.
you did show us.
Yes, because I mean, these days a lot of people have, I mean, I bet if I asked you to pull out your phone right now and tell me how many unread emails you have, it's usually pretty high, unless you're really good about entering your email in the box, right? So, but when you get a card in the mail, you get, personal mail, you open that, right? right? You don't wait, you don't set it to the side. So that's why it's really important, I think, for more and more businesses to look at using SendOutCards because it touches people in a personal way. And you don't always have to customize the cards if you want either. You can use stock cards if that's simpler, something that you'd rather do, yes. Yes?
What is the usual turnaround time for these orders?
The turnaround time. It's usually 4 to 7 days. It just really depends on the particulars of the mailing system because they do use the U.S. Postal Service. So, sometimes there's delays or something like that with them and we can't really don't really have hands on that. But they do, how it works is that card I just created for Tina, they'll start printing that card at midnight tonight because I do have until then to go in and change it. Let's say I sent the card really quickly and then I'm like, I meant to put something else in there. I can go in and change it up until midnight tonight. I can even cancel it if I want, anything like that. But once the card is printed, then it's going to be already sent out.
So every card costs X amount of points?
Exactly. The 3-pound card is 3 points, or no, the 2-pound card, excuse me, I call it 3-pound card, but it's actually it's one like a regular greeting card. That's 3 points. The 3-pound card is 5 points. The large 8.5 by 11 cards are 15 points, and then the postcard is 1 point. And then you add the postage to that, which they just upped the postage by like 1 cent, I think. So now it's 50 cents to send a regular greeting card. In my system, if you get the app from me to either on your computer or on your phone, you get 2 cards that you can send for free. So you can try it out, see if you like it or not. But if you're like me, as soon as that first person calls you and says, what an awesome card you sent them, you're like, okay, who else can I send a card to? It's so fabulous. The best example I have is I have a brother that lives in Eastern Texas. He has a coffee shop and he was coming up to his 2-year anniversary. So I sent him a card with pictures from Facebook of his 2 years, different things he did throughout the 2 years. And he got the card and he called me, but I didn't hear the phone, I didn't answer. And as I'm checking his voicemail he left me, he called me again. So twice in 10 minutes he called me to thank me for that card, but I started panicking. I was like, what's going on? Is somebody hurt? Because my brother never calls me. So it was really amazing to me that just sending him that simple card saying, hey, I'm so happy that you're having this 2-year anniversary, that you're doing well in your business, made such a difference for him. Yes?
How'd you get started? Why did you pick this particular distribution?
Right. Yes, that's a really great question. So I'm a mother of twins that are 6 years old and they both have special needs. My husband's in the Army, so for us a regular 9-to-5 job just wasn't going to work. So I needed something to have some income. And when I saw SendOutCards, I was just like, wow, I can actually earn some money just sending cards to people and having them send them too. Like, that's really amazing. So I tried it out and I was hooked right away, just being able to customize, because I'm a big card person anyway, but you don't have to be a big card person to enjoy SendOutCards because they make it so simple. But I always went, to the store and picked out cards, and I would stand there forever trying to pick something. But with SendOutCards, they make it so simple to do it that I just fell in love right away with just being able to do it myself. And then when I realized that other people loved it too, when I told them about it and showed them, it was a no-brainer for me to do that as my job.
You may have answered this, but do you have an option, like if you want to send out a bulk amount of cards to enter multiple addresses in one, like only check out once and do multiple addresses?
Yes.
Or do separate transactions?
Absolutely, yes. The one thing I do have to say about that is it is a little bit tricky because how SendOutCards has their system right now to do, to like import your addresses. You have to have it in a very specific format. So the best thing I can say is if you ask me to come to your place of business or something and I can help you get that set up, because we may have to call customer service even and have them do a little tweaking to it, because that's what I've ran into with some other clients of mine, is it just has to be very specific for them, for their system to accept all those addresses. But once they're in there, they're there, and anytime you want to send a bulk amount of cards, like I said, you just create the one card, and then it takes each contact and puts their specific name and address in there for you. Yeah.
Can you also do this off of a laptop?
Yes, absolutely. And like I said, on the computer, there's more features that you can use to customize the card. You can do different backgrounds, you can layer pictures, things like that, whereas with the app, it's just more, you can put multiple pictures on a page, but you can't like overlap them and stuff like that, like you could on the computer. Yes.
What would happen if the cards got lost in the mail? Would you be reimbursed or would you guys send out a new card?
That's a good question. I haven't had one get lost. Well, I take that back. I did kind of. I sent a card to a friend of ours, and it was a beautiful big card. She had a big, beautiful picture of her vacation on there. I was so excited about it. And I sent it to her previous address. I didn't realize that she had recently moved, and we never saw it again. So in that case, I probably could have called the company and said, hey, this, but I didn't really think about that, I guess. Because they are very, very good with customer service. I mean, if you have a problem, like I had a client that had bought a bunch of points from a different distributor for a while, never used them, and they had expired, and the company gave her those points back when she called after we had talked. But as far as if the card gets lost, usually it comes back to, like if it's a bad address, usually it comes back to you. But otherwise, I would say we could probably call the company and see about getting a reimbursement or resend card. Anyone else?
Yeah,
Any
business
other
card.
questions?
I'm
You have
sorry.
a business card.
I do. Unfortunately, I forgot to grab a bunch more. I have a few, but I do have my card digitally too that I can text you the business card as well.
Any other questions for our last question? No? Going once, going twice? Yes, one.
Are there other distributors like you in the area here, or are you the exclusive in El Paso?
Right, that's a really good question. I have been looking for other distributors in El Paso. I have not had much luck yet. I thought I found one, but he actually is in the Fort Worth area. He was just visiting here in El Paso because we happened to be on the same Facebook Live one day about for SendOutCards. And so I was like, hey, you're in El Paso, I want to meet. And we did it, but he's somewhere else. There are a couple people in Las Cruces that do SendOutCards, but I don't know of anyone else here in El Paso that's doing it right now.
Any others? Okay, now with the last question, what can we as a community do to help you?
Yes, my perfect referral would be a business that needs help with their marketing. There are businesses that have switched to using just SendOutCards instead of other advertising, and their business has grown 100-fold. Just because they're showing that appreciation to their clients and their customers, rather than just saying, come buy something from me. It's thank you, I appreciate you, that kind of thing. So that would be perfect.
Great, Mary, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Round of applause. Everybody made some meetings this morning. Or had a lot of coffee. Thank you.
Send me that now.
All right. Hey, an interesting thing that a client that I worked with just started doing late last year, well, not that late, but the second half last year, is they started sending out half birthday cards. So their reasoning is a lot of people get stuff on their birthday, so if you do half birthday cards, right, 6 months opposite from when their birthday is, it kind of stands out a little bit more. So that may be an interesting little twist.
Happy 50 and a half for birthday.
Right, happy half birthday.
Why didn't you just say you're right now?
No, I'm actually not 50 yet. I'm 45, all right. Now we have some time for community announcements. Does anybody in the audience in the community have any announcements? Yes?
February 28th, we're having an event for women.
A little louder.
February 28th, we're having an event for women. It's called Paving the Way to Greatness. If you all are interested in joining us, please get with me. It's going to be an evening event, and the speaker will be the El Paso Women of the Year, Emma Schwartz.
You bring your own asphalt?
Asphalt?
Oh. Yes, Matt in the back.
Tomorrow, January 18th, we're having the e-commerce and cryptocurrency in 2018 and beyond at the Holiday Inn and Suites on Artcraft at I-10. The meet and greet starts at 6:15 p.m. and we're going to be really telling you about some good stuff that's happening here in El Paso and around the world with cryptocurrency. So,
Hey,
come on out.
your meeting keeps getting further west. It's got to come this way, further west.
We'll work on that. So, all right.
Any other announcements? Anybody looking to hire somebody? Ann, did you finally get your good person? Nope. You want to make an announcement? Nope. No, you're done? Anybody else looking to raise money? Tell a story about that they raised some money? Any announcements? No? All right, well, fasten your seatbelts. We have a whole bunch. Today This afternoon, the Hub presents the first of this year's afternoon workshop. It's called New Year, New Sales. Useful tips from experts on how to jumpstart your sales in the new year. Right here at the Hub from 5 to 6:30 p.m. The program starts at 5:30. Come at 5 for drinks, including booze and munchies. Our presenters are going to be Elisa Ward of the Greater Chamber, talking about how to identify your ideal customer, and Mark Fogel of Lone Star Trading, who wasn't there and I was floating around. I think he's going to be talking about how to close the deal. So come this afternoon, see us, and we're going to have booze, by the way. Next, we have there is a patent and trademark seminar. It's tomorrow at Small Business Development Center at their offices on Viscount. There is a cost. It's all day long from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. There is a cost, but the scholarships are available if you can't afford the $30 or just don't want to pay it and want to apply. But you have to apply today for the scholarship. The event is already tomorrow. They flew in a bunch of folks from out of town. Excellent on, again, patent and trademark seminar tomorrow. Next, there's breakfast with friends every week, networking on Wednesdays at 8:30 a.m. at the Carnitas. Thursday, sorry. Okay. Thank you. On Thursdays at the Carnitas Querétaro on the east side by the fountains. Next, the El Paso Hispanic Chamber is having part of their Winning Wednesday series, How to Do Business with the City of El Paso. That's January 24th, 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. at their Hispanic Chamber's offices on 2401 Missouri. Next, the Hub's legal office hours done in conjunction with Kemp Smith Law Firm. You get 25 minutes with an attorney, totally free, here at the Hub. It is next Thursday, January 25th, but you must register by tomorrow. So, always a week before. So, please come see us, or you can register on Eventbrite as well. If you have any questions, you can see Nancy or myself, or send an email to officehours@hubep.org. Next, the Greater Chamber is having their Women in Business Conference BizTank competition. BizTank contestants will pitch their business to the audience at the Women in Business Conference. That's going to be March 23rd, but the deadline to apply is February 1st. That's why we're announcing it now. There are going to be prizes, including 1 year's plus membership to Sam's Club, free mentoring and business counseling to grow the business. And then the prizes are, and I guess they look at what's the best fit, Square Payment Stand, New Vision Duo, and Microsoft Office software. So again, BizTech competition with the Greater Chamber. The deadline to apply is February 1st.
Application is free.
Application is free, thank you. Next, the El Paso Hispanic Chamber is having their Hablemos del Dinero 2.0 series, Managing Credit for Business Success. This is a monthly series from 4 to 6 p.m. The January one already passed. The next one is February 8th. Create a business plan. March 8th. Create a marketing plan, and then there's several more after that. I'm not going to read them all, but again, if you want any information, it's probably better that you read it yourself, because obviously I'm not doing well today. Next, the Texas Business Conference, upcoming dates and locations. This is part of the Texas Workforce Commission's Office of the Commissioner Representing Employees. The one in El Paso, it's all over Texas. The one in El Paso is May 4th at the El Paso Marriott, so start planning for that now. The Office of the Texas Governor is doing their 2018 Texas Export Initiatives. This is a wonderful program. If you're exporting, thinking of exporting, would like to grow your exports, they have programs where they will take you overseas or connect you with various export opportunities. There's also events here in the U.S. For instance, there's one in Germany, then they're doing Houston, then Farnborough in the United Kingdom, Germany, Orlando, Florida. So just awesome opportunity if you're interested in exporting or are exporting. Lastly, downtown El Paso, or not almost lastly, downtown El Paso Insiders, sign up to see what's going on in downtown El Paso. That's downtownelpaso.com. Then all these events, if you can't remember them all, we have Startup Digest. So go to startupdigest.com, look for El Paso because there's lots of communities. You can sign up for their newsletter. You can see everything connected to startups and innovation around El Paso. And you can submit your events for free so they can get some publication. Lastly, this one is really last, we are collecting, now that we've been doing 1 million cups in El Paso for a year, we want your success stories. And we're being very liberal with our definition of success. So if you've made a connection, if you've made any kind of a good networking connection, a business opportunity, of course, if you've engaged somebody or been engaged, any kind of success at 1 million cups, please let me know, please let us know. I'll be also following up and emailing calls. We really do want to collect that as part of our story of what 1 Million Cups is doing here in El Paso. All right, with that, I'll give away another mug. That's why you guys should always put in your business card. By the way, if you come here and you don't have your business card, we have our business cards up here on the stand. Just grab one of those, draw a line through it, and put your information on the back. Now you have a business card. So, Forrest Perry Financial Services. There you are. You're one of our first timers, right? Yeah. Awesome. All right, with that, I'll bring up our next presenter, Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory. Everybody likes chocolate, right?
Only if it's dark.
Oh, I like it all. There you go.
Go ahead.
I think we lost. There it is.
I get nervous here. Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Lorena Fraile Corsan. Most of you know me. The ones that know me here know me by Lorena Corsan. I put the Friday in because my niece is also a Lorena Corsan, and she does accounting and I do chocolate, and it's just. Anyway, I'm the owner of the Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory at Outlet Malls. There's 2 locations here. There's one at the Fountains, that's owned by a very nice couple, and I'm at the outlet shops. Let's see. That way? That way. That way.
Oh, might be stuck again.
He told me.
We're coming.
Help. Okay. These are called Cafe au lait. These are the M&M apples, and those were the dark chocolate dipped
There,
marshmallows.
it's moving now, but you may want to go back to where you were, to the left.
Okay. And that's delicious. Anyway, my background. My father was a business owner. He had a business in Juarez, so he used to earn pesos and we used to spend dollars, so it was pretty hard for us. I was a banker for 23 years, supposed to be banker. I really started in data processing. I don't know if any of you knew about those key punch cards. Okay, I used to type those and verify them. I used to work night times because the banks did their business during the day and we did our input during the night. Family, I have 2 children from my first marriage, and I have 1 child from our second marriage, and it's his, mine, and ours. It's a total of 6 kids. Wow. I did.
That's a lot of chocolate.
Yes. No, we're disciplined about that now. After doing 23 years in banking, banks merged and merged and merged, and finally I ended up without a job. So I decided to be with my family a little bit more. So I wanted to be in the education area. Why? Because they get a lot of vacation, right? So I did a 6-week, I call it stint, because when I first got my first paycheck, my hat's off to educators. When I first got my first paycheck, my deductions were more than my net pay. It was very, very sad to me after earning very, very good money. I was at UTEP. I left El Paso High and I went to UTEP for almost 5 years. I had a great time, learned a lot, and that's where I went to the franchise conference, and it's a 3-day course that UTEP used to hold. During those 5 years at UTEP, I traveled to Albuquerque to visit my stepdaughter because she was in Rio Rancho, and that's where she introduced me to the Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory at Cottonwood Mall. And it was a ritual that every time I went to Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, we had to stop at the Cottonwood Mall before we left Albuquerque, and I need to buy my red candy apple. Why? Because my husband's going to be driving, and I'm going to be munching to my face all there. Nobody's going to see me because I'm going to enjoy my juicy, sweet, luscious red apple. So that is how I started, because after the 5 years, my mom passed away, got sick, passed away. I left and I didn't want to go back to an 8 to 5. I didn't want to do that. So that's when I'm like, I can do this. I saw them going this way and coming this way and helping. And every time the lady from the Rocky Mountains, she would give the apple to the person. The person was like this, you know. And that is what I like about Rocky Mountain chocolate. Because everybody's happy. The corporate office is in Durango, Colorado. Does anybody know where Durango, Colorado is?
Yes.
It's very close to the Four Corners. And we went there for a Discovery Day. Well, we went in February. I don't do good in cold. You should see me how I came all bundled up. And when we went to Durango, Colorado, it was in February. It was -2 degrees. It was very cool for me. And we did a tour that took us. They had to like us, and we had to like them. That was a Discovery Day. Because they're not going to give a franchise just to anybody. They don't give the franchises just to anybody, but they wanted to make sure we were a good fit. My husband's the accountant, and I did customer service for almost 23 years, so they liked us. We had a 1-week training at the factory, and it was hands-on. We made chocolate, we made caramel, we skewered the apples, we tasted a lot of chocolate, came home with a lot of chocolate, so they kind of like prepared us to not eat our profits at the store. It was a lot of chocolate. And it was great because they do their week-long training in August, so Durango's really pretty and it's not too hot and it's getting nice and cool. Really nice. Now, when we're opening this, we finally got approved and we're opening the store. And we're like, okay, what are we gonna do? He says, the malt is not just yet ready to be opened. There's the arrival of the chocolates. The store is not set up. Our opener hasn't gotten to help us, gotten here to El Paso to help us open the store. So we get the arrival of the chocolates and he says, where are we going to put them? We don't have a place to put them. The city won't let us put them in the store because we don't have our permit yet. So what are we going to do? So here comes the driver and he says, hey, well, why don't you rent a storage unit? Okay, well, it's got to be temperature controlled because chocolate has to be at a certain temperature. Because if it goes too low, the oils and the sugars start to separate. And I'm like, okay, well, what are we going to do? He says, you know what? The driver says, buy dry ice. Okay. So for 2 weeks, we had to drive to Ready Ice on Cotton and Cotton, Texas. We drove there. Every morning, we'd go to the storage unit and we'd throw the ice up on top because it was pretty tall, the chocolate boxes. Because the dry ice, and I didn't know that, I'm sure you all know, dry ice comes down. And I was throwing them in the bottom. My husband says, no, throw them down. Why? Because that dry ice and coolness comes down. Okay. There's a lot of things. That's why I'm in chocolate. Then, about 3 days before, put this moon because right in front of the store there's this big old 1 minute, that's it. Oh my gosh, can I run into my question? So, right in front of the store, there's this crater, this big old, it's because a water line broke. So it's right there, and it was 3 days before opening the mall, And it's like, are you gonna be ready? Are you gonna be ready? Meanwhile, we're taking all the stuff and all the chocolate into the store because by then we got our permit. And we're like, okay, so finally it's opening day. I'm like, we're not gonna have too many people. You know, we're just gonna go ahead and sample out chocolates. This is okay. So it was October 6th. We opened at 5 o'clock in the evening. And we get this person. This is, here's some chocolate. No, I want to buy some. No, here, I'm giving out today chocolate. No, I want to buy some. No, here. No, yeah, no. Okay, fine. I'll sell you the apple. And then all of a sudden, because I wasn't prepared, we had a rush of people. And that day, our opening 4 hours was just incredible. Incredible. So, we've been open 10 years now. Yay! But we've done really good. So, a piece of chocolate liberates, and everybody needs a moment of liberation, right? So, here we have our apples. Here's our Valentine's getting ready. Of course, it's not just this, we have tons of strawberries in the back. Oh, I'm supposed to stand right here. We have baskets, and we have all different kinds of marshmallows. Chocolate, do you all know where chocolate comes from? It's from a small bush, somewhere around about 10-15 degrees north of the equator and 10-15 degrees south of the equator, because they like moisture, they like shade, and they look like this, like a papaya. That's how I describe it. Then they're opened up, the peanut-like kernels inside are put to dry, and those are the ones that you actually smash and smash and smash until the chocolate comes out. I brought some samples. Ernesto,
Yes, ma'am.
can you pass around the samples,
Absolutely.
please? Okay, there's
He's eating them
dark.
all.
You know what? I'm gonna say, I think we lost them. Are you sure you brought them? They're gone. They're gone. Sorry. They're all gone. I don't know what happened.
And we have the dark chocolate. Usually this is what is sold. Dark chocolate, milk chocolate, white chocolate, and this is called white ribbon. White ribbon means that it does not have any kind of chocolate curd. Nothing.
That's what you get for sitting in the back. You start at the front.
It is just sugar, powdered sugar. What you have there in the sample is 54% of dark chocolate. Milk chocolate is 34, white is 26, what you see, and now they're putting additives. They're putting like the cream color additive, because before, that's the way you knew if it had chocolate curd. It was kind of creamy looking, it had chocolate curd. If you didn't, it was just flat out sugar.
Unless someone wants to share. Remember, you got 4 pounds.
Oh, and I think that's it for me.
And I trade this for somebody to buy.
Questions?
I was thinking, my mind was just going crazy with SendOutCards. It's like, oh my gosh, imagine if I could go ahead and send out to my customers and bring them back if they're for the birthday. 5 years, 5%, 50 years, 50% off for their first purchase. Yes,
Well, I know a story, I see your car, but I don't know the story, right? How you started the business. So the question I have is, you said the first day or first week, you're not, obviously customers. How did they find out about your business? And how did you, what did you do to market your business, or
I did not
did the franchise do it for you?
I didn't market at all. I had no idea back then how to market, how to go about, how to network, nothing. I grew with the business, and but now I market all different ways. But at that time, yeah, I just left it all to the outlet mall, and it was word of mouth. Yes, sir.
At what temperature do you have to keep the chocolate at in order for it to stay?
For it to stay, it could be room temperature, like 74 degrees, not higher. And lowest, well, you can freeze.
Well, the reason you mentioned
But-
dry ice, it's
Dry
good for.
dry ice, at that time, because it was October and it was very hot, we had to keep it at 66, 67 degrees. Yes, and from it was like 40 boxes, we lost like 2 boxes that separated that. Yes, ma'am.
Just curious, you have that big old teddy bear thing up front, your store. Is that a Rocky Mountain chocolate thing or is that yours?
No, that's Truffles the Bear, that's Rocky Mountain. Every Rocky Mountain chocolate factory we go to in the nation, you were probably gonna see Truffles
I
outside.
have so many selfies with
Truffles in Springs, Colorado, I think it's Steamboat. He was kidnapped. And they put an article in the newspaper, and they found him sitting at a bar having a beer. Yes, our fundraising program is apples. The participants, they sell their apples at $10 and they get 50% profit. They come, they tell us, okay, we need so much apples of this. They have a selection of 8 apples. And if they're non-profit, they bring us their tax exempt form. If they're not non-profit, Rocky Mountain pays their sales tax for them. So they get a free and clear 50% pay. What? Office, we're open Monday, all week. Monday through Saturday, we are open 10 to 9 p.m. And Sundays, 10 to 7 p.m. And we're always open half an hour later because nobody wants to be shopping with their chocolate or their apples. So we're always the last stop. And we're located at the outlet. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Hold on. You get your mug. And we need a picture with Savannah here, so. Oh, sorry. Jeez, because that's gonna have a talk. Yeah, the final question, what can we do to help you?
Oh.
I told you all, I'm having an off day, yes.
Yes, I'm with eat more chocolate. Pharmaceutical people, I would love to help them be remembered by the doctors. I can go over there and set up a delicious area and where the doctors and employees can go and give something to the doctors.
Wonderful, all right.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So, yes, ma'am.
Did you take a picture with Mary?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
Okay, please do sign up to present. Remember, the rest of January, we're trying to get brick and mortar folks out here. So please sign up to present. Tell your friends, tell anybody to sign up to present. Obviously, this is wonderful exposure. All of our presentations are put on video, and then we upload it to our YouTube channel and also Facebook. We average 300 to 400 views per video. Our best one is almost 800. So please have folks sign up to present. If you didn't sign up on the way in, please do sign up on your way out. It's very, very important. We have to report back to our supporters, our funders, and that for that we're having an impact. Lastly, come back and see us next week. Thank you. Please.